There's something you don't see very often. A sack on a screen pass. You know, quarterbacks are taught to hold the ball, hold the ball, hold the ball, and then get rid of it right before the rush gets to you. But that time, I think he just held on to it a little too long.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Looking for a block. It's Adams. Makes a move. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Bunch formation trying to spring a guy free. He'll come out throwing on first down. He'll try to do it himself. Nice run there, picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds. Alabama quickly back to the line. Leaves it with the back. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Grab near the marker. It's Williams. Oh, what a move! Can anyone catch him? And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Bama! How about this? These guys are going for two. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
And if you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
Makes the grab in the end zone for the two as they extend the lead to 8. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Quickly out to the tight end. Ball is loose. And the defense snatches it, and they're trying to flip the field.
Get that ball up. You said what?
Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Nevada Wolfpack, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. Fielded in the end zone. It's Crawford. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Line gets set. First down. The give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Lewis to throw. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got his man down the middle. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. Quickly to the tight end. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Defense playing a bail technique. Lewis wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got him, and they convert. And they'll get enough for the 1st down, and that's how things will come to a close here in the 1st quarter.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. And after 1, we're tied 0-0.
New set of downs after that completion. He leaves it with his back. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
These corners going to give them some space. Looking to pass on 2nd down. Quickly complete. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the 1st down.
I give the tight end a lot of credit for holding on to the football. I know he's a big guy, but he just got whacked.
We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half. Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stem in the defensive line. They're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard in this run.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Lewis to throw. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Wolfpack!
Well, your opponent can't beat you if you don't give them the football. And they were able to possess it throughout the entire 1st quarter, and they finally cap it off with that impressive rushing touchdown.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So they played keep away and held it for 16 plays on the scoring drive. And they closed the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Offense set on 1st down. He wants to throw. Slings it downfield. Makes a connection. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the 1st down. He's looking to throw it. He'll pull it down and run. Gives him a little shake, and he's got some room. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Getting some heat. Crosses the 30. He's got away. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down. Alabama pushing the tempo. Now from inside the red zone. Makes the grab. It's Bernard. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. And now a chance to pull even. First and goal as we get late in the first half. From the gun. Coming after it. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Pressure coming. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. Quick pass on the fly motion. He gets into the end zone to convert, and they'll tack on a couple right before the half. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll be able to snap it one more time. Let's see how aggressive they are on 1st and 10. Corners are going to bail. Throws to the wideout. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Lewis wants to pass. He's got his man. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Alabama 8, Nevada 7.
Nevada set to kick off to start the third quarter.
Set to kick this one away.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. For this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing that get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
Got his man! And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Alabama quickly back to the line. The evolution of the Alabama offense has always been built around what does the quarterback do best, and this guy's doing a lot of things well.
And we've seen some sensational ones. And to your point, I like that. Jalen Hurts, really good runner. They built it around his feet. You know, Bryce Young, really good passer. Tua Tagovailoa.
Nothing but green ahead. Quarterback gets the first down and more. Touchdown time! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
It's so nice to be an offensive coordinator when you got a guy that can do this. What an unbelievable job scrambling around.
Trying to get it away, and he cannot. The quarterback is sacked, and so is the two-point conversion attempt. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. This defense will try to keep everything in front. They'll throw it on first down. Now adjusting. He's going to run it. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
Second down coming up. Lewis to throw. Makes the grab. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
See, they need more runs like that. It's been so few and far between. Defensively, they've been in position. They've been winning their one-on-one battles, getting off the blocks and rallying to the ball carrier. This defense has done a nice job slowing down the run game thus far.
Finds his target down the middle. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give him a first down.
You know, oftentimes these slot receivers, they're not the biggest guys in the world, but they're really good at finding the open spaces in the middle of the field. And you saw that guy attack the defense in the perfect spot, making life easy for his QB.
Trying to find his man on first down. A little screen to the running back. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. He's looking for a man on second down. Complete. Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another play off here in the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Alabama 14, Nevada 7.
Fresh set of downs after the completion. Running back searching for a hole. Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Lewis wants to pass. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
It doesn't matter who it is, receivers, in this case, a tight end. You get open, you sometimes start to look at that green space in front of you, and you just take your eye off the football, lose your concentration a little bit, and miss that opportunity for possibly a big play.
Moving out of the pocket. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Talk about saving your best when the moment is the biggest. Nice job in the fourth quarter. Been grinding all day. Made the biggest run of the day when it counted the most. Picked up the first down in a pretty close ball game.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. Most important part of a clutch drive, piece together some first downs, get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. He's going to pass on second down. He looks that one in nicely. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. And a big opportunity for this offense to tie the game up in the 4th with a touchdown. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. A 1st down run on the doorstep. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Nevada.
Man, great job executing. The offense did what they needed to do. You got somewhat of a decision here. Do you want to kick it, tie it up? I think you do with this time frame. You know, 1 to 2 minutes left in the 4th quarter. You probably want to do that, but you could push the envelope. You could go for 2 and try to take the lead.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. There's enough time to get the ball down to field here, David, but you've got to make sure you're efficient and avoid mistakes.
Yeah, and those 2-minute drills, you always talk about the first down, Jesse. Get that first down, stop the clock, get some momentum going on offense.
Yeah, and good decision-making by the quarterback, too, right? You don't have to be greedy in this situation. Just take what the defense gives you and get yourself in position to win.
They finally get him on the ground with a big running play, moves the change for the 1st down.
You know, you start day 1 of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a 1st down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Now he'll throw back into the middle. Grabs it inside the 10. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the 1st one they've used this half. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. The defense going to stop the clock with the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. On 2nd and goal, they believe he's got a nose for the goal line. Defense will take a timeout with 28 seconds left.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage.
Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And inside a minute to go, they've got the lead.
And how about this offense, man? They knew they needed to execute. Great play calling, great drive, put it together. Now you got a chance to go up by 7 late in this ball game and then let your defense go on the field and seal it for you.
Firing to the right, complete. He's going to be stopped short of the goal line. The 2-point attempt is no good as they are unable to extend the lead. Now that they have the lead, this kickoff unit has to stay in their lane, create some field position, and hand it over to the defense.
Yo, bro. You thought that was a good idea, that shit you was doing? It didn't cost you the game, dummy. Cause now look, you're not gonna get down this. You're not gonna get. You got to score a touchdown. You don't have no timeouts. Like you just fuck yourself, motor man. That was dumb. Look, you out of timeouts. What the fuck you think gonna happen? Like, this nigga is dumb as shit. You try to do all that cheating shit and it backfired. Man, forget about it. Like, come on, bro. Yeah, quick, garbage ass nigga. All that cheating. Nigga try to cheat his way to the win, man. Like,